The Justice League is a superhero team that is assembled with some of DC's greatest heroes. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Plastic Man, the guy who talks to fish, the whole gang's here. But for as long as these heroes have been united, they haven't collectively made their way into the world of gaming very often. Justice League games are far and few between, and good Justice League games are even more of a rarity. You have the Injustice series, and that's it. That's it, really. But today, I'm here to talk about a Justice League game that time has seemed to have forgotten. A game by the name of Justice League Heroes.
No one said that might be a little on the nose.
Which isn't the most creative name for something that I've ever heard, but considering that we're talking about characters named Batman and Superman, it's just as accurately descriptive. I would compare this game to games like Marvel Ultimate Alliance or X-Men Legends. It's a beat-em-up that allows players to play and partner with other Justice Leaguers on missions that play into a greater narrative. The game allows players to play as Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Black Canary, Martian Manhunter, Huntress, Hawkgirl, Supergirl, Zatanna, pretty much everyone except for Plastic Man. You play as these heroes as they navigate through each new threat and obstacle. The graphics, which are definitely dated by today's standards, coming off as very janky and otherwise lifeless. At the time, this looked like the future of gaming to me as a kid. And now it's a past that's hard to look at for extended periods of time. The voice acting also isn't always perfect. Superman sounds smarmy and sarcastic most of the time. Batman sounds sleepy and subdued.
I don't think he wants us to go inside.
Truly, you are the world's greatest detective.
And some of the villains' voice acting especially is really laughable levels of camp.
I'm a mass murderer. With any luck, I'm about to set a record.
Not today.
I have freed you from your extra-dimensional prison, unless you want to go back.
Yeah, I would say that this falls a little short of the Arkham series, though that's not to say that there aren't some interesting casting choices. The game had Michael J. White, who many DC fans either know as Bronze Tiger from Arrow and that one already forgotten Batman movie, or Gamble from that critically acclaimed Batman movie, The Dark Knight. Here he plays Green Lantern, who, unsurprisingly, plays the part pretty well. It also had Ron Perlman, who many DC fans will either know as Clayface from Batman the Animated Series, or Slade from the Teen Titans, who surprisingly plays the part pretty poorly. Not helping that fact is the fact that it seems like he was recording with his microphone not in front of his mouth, but instead inside of it. But instead with the mic inside of his mouth. The character models mostly look ripped straight out of the comic books. When it comes to the heroes, they're perfectly translated between their transition from comic book panel character to 3D game model. It's mostly flawless, but some of the villains don't fare as well. Some of them look really goofy or just otherwise underwhelming, and others are just considerably different from the characters that I'm used to. And I'm not saying that I hate it, I just need to acknowledge it. That being said, there are also some depictions that I as a fan just cannot stand by. Can't get behind giving doomsday dialogue, no thank you.
I am your problem now.
He's supposed to be a mindless monster, a brainless brute who only seeks violence and destruction. He doesn't have motives, it's just in his nature to destroy. I also can't get behind them making Superman say this.
If by talk you mean kicking Darkseid's ass into low orbit.
Yeah, I don't know. Superman shouldn't say that. Green Arrow said that. I would say fine, but Superman shouldn't be saying stuff like that. It's also hard to understand why Batman would be so quick to leave his team behind in another dimension.
The portal's working. As soon as we find the others, we can go.
They'll find their own way.
It's better if we return in force.
5 minutes, then we go.
Yeah, there are definitely some depictions and decisions that make it really hard to stomach that this game's story was written by comic book writer Dwayne McDuffie. Though, to be fair to him, it's hard to complain about a plot when it really only exists as a means to set up boss fights and obstacles. Brainiac seeks world domination again, and does so with the aid of all kinds of robots and droids, before utilizing other villains to play into his master plan, until inevitably, he too is revealed to be a pawn in Darkseid's plan. But the team works together and the day is saved yet again. The game isn't awful, but it's a long way from awesome. Not something I'd say has a lot of replay value. It's not a game like Injustice, but definitely something worth playing at least once. So that was Justice League Heroes. But it's far from the only forgotten Justice League game. So if you like this video and want to see a video on other lesser known and mostly forgotten Justice League games, let me know in the comment section below by leaving a comment saying,
Well, obviously, we're no longer a Justice League.
I am vengeance. I am the night, and that was V Infuso. Just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
So, if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too would like to become a V-generate, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, nerds!
And if you're not joining the fun, you're in for one bad day. And you know what they say about having one bad day?
Catch him next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.